zone. Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you dare look in the press, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome, you ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down, the best friend, she went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone.
Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr. That's caught left side by Hardman. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
What now?
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That burst good for 20 and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now the second-year man from Louisiana. Here's Elijah Mitchell. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. So, Charles, you look at this offense. So what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
While I was adjusting to the NFL game, Odafe Oweh had 5 sacks as a rookie, and he's only scraped the surface of what he can do.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Gutsy decision to keep it, but it turned out to be the right one, and all of a sudden 4th down becomes first down.
Gutsy and smart, because he's used to making a lot of decisions. You know that on every play he has to do it. In this case, he made the proper one, and that turned into a big first down.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. The Saints hit a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. Room here to run. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 25-yard line. 40 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Another run with Mitchell, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. Touchdown, Saints. Robbie Anderson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints use the only turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Parkey adds the extra point. Man, that makes the score 7-0. The score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
To throw his car. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, and some space here. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for third. Carr now to throw. There's Hall bringing in another one. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
And you can see the distance. Touchdown, New Orleans! Elijah Mitchell with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll start on the ground. Hall. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action, now it's Carr. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, Carr. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr on the move to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Saints will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
106 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. To throw is Watson. Out left to Dotson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That's good for the Saints. First and 10 at the 49.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to bring tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Here's second and 10. Here's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Watson, off play action. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. He's got him in, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. The kick by Parkey is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sauce Gardner brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Here's Ty Long now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Here's Hardman to return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Paul on a give up the middle. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 45 yards on the ground for him so far.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Ball again on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going on the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run with Hall. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Here's Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. Now Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And one more time, that's Watkins.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Cincinnati.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. To try again after the sack. Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Amari Barno in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Hardman on the return. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The result, a 1st down as a quick slant gets him 14.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
What now?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Back to the ground with Hall. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 69 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Carr. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Carr, who dumps this one off here to Hall. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Carr now to throw. Connection made with Shenault. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Carr, got to have this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And they work this out past the 25. On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now, Watson. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Watson into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Watson looks to throw again. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to...
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for New Orleans, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss here will move them.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it,